Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. NUBURU is leading the transformation to a world of high-speed, high-quality metal machining and processing. NUBURU's groundbreaking blue laser technology has defined a new class of high-power, high-performance blue lasers. And with me is Brian Canale, the Chief Executive Officer, to explain all about these lasers and what they mean for people. So welcome, Brian. And I guess let's start there. What does NUBURU do? Tell me about the company.
Jane, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Great to be with you. So what we really leverage when we say fundamental physics, we produce the smaller spot size versus infrared lasers, superior brightness, and higher absorbency in these key materials. So gold, we're about 66 times faster and more absorbent. Copper, we're 13 times more absorbent. And silver, we're 17 times more absorbent. So why do I leverage those, or why do I reference those? Those are kind of the key building blocks in what we term to be the electrification wave. So the EV or e-mobility and EV batteries that go anywhere from trains, automobiles to bikes, scooters, and different things like that. So they're the building blocks for all of those. So in order to avoid transporting all of that wire and all that material, what the blue laser can do, and what we are proposing to do, is a couple of things: is produce power on the moon for any number of different things. So sending electricity between one power source to another power source, as well as data packets between one location to another location. So from that standpoint, you avoid the weight, if you will, of transporting all these raw materials, wire up to the moon. Obviously you're going to have potential issues with, out there in the moon on, interference. But again, that is kind of what we're doing. Phase 2 is looking really to kind of build on phase 1, which we demonstrated the technical and commercial feasibility of this technology there. They, obviously NASA was good with that. But really, we want to scale up the power and range and performance of that blue laser beaming technology. And again, there's also an element of this, that the single mode laser, which is kind of like our next step from our BL. It's much more precise, much more high powered, and really, can we develop that in with NASA and put that onto the moon? So the last several months, we've been realigning and refocusing our business and operations. We're beginning to see the positive result of these intense efforts. We are seeing the increased orders that we talked a little bit about before. We have seen a sales cycle, that can take 12 months or longer. We've realigned our workforce, and we've reduced our debt by 25%. So we are pursuing a wide variety of transactions to again, further optimize our balance sheet, and get ourselves into good funding relationships that are critical to emerging growth company like NUBURU.
Okay, makes sense. And always hard when you've got a new technology and a new company to get that traction. So it takes longer than you think. So thank you, Brian, so much. Fascinating to hear about lasers and what they're doing and what they can do in the future.
Jane, thanks for the time, and I appreciate the insights.
Thank you.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. PetVivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
PetVivo has an innovative multimodal approach to treat osteoarthritis in cats, dogs, and horses. And with me is the CEO, John Lai. Great to see you here and get an update on what PetVivo is doing. So
great to see you, Jane.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
bring me up to date.
So we've had quite a bit of positive developments and interesting developments. We have hired, in the last 6 weeks, 8 additional salespeople, and then also a double-boarded surgeon from Oregon State University. So for horses.
Okay.
So she's our equine tech services vet, and we're getting so many surgeons. I think we can start operating a lot of cases because Dr. Tom Yarbrough was the chief surgeon at Dubai Equine for 17 years, and he worked on the most expensive horses and camels in the world. And then, you know, Dr. Kathy over there in Oregon State, she's just started with us, so we're getting her all trained up to date. And then the salespeople that we brought in 4 regional directors, all very seasoned, very proven track records, coming from Covetrus, ArthurMed, a lot of the major players in our space. So, yeah.
Okay. And we always talk about the conferences because that seems like such a key part of your industry. So which ones will you be going to, let's say, the rest of this year and early next year?
First week of December is the American Association of Equine Practitioners. So it's the largest organization for equine practitioners. So the significance of this one is our advisory board member, Dr. Tracy Turner, will be the president. He's going to be indoctrinated in because he's been elected as the president of the organization. So he carries a lot of credibility. He was the chief surgeon, large animal at University of Minnesota. I think he's been to the last 8 U.S. Olympics on the equestrian side as one of the surgeons. And he's been a pioneer in various aspects of equine practice. So we're excited for that one. And then in second week of January is the VMX, which is the Veterinary Medical Expo in Orlando. That's the biggest one in the United States. We should have quite a presence at that one. And what's been happening is that the brand of Spring with OsteoCushion technology is being mentioned in all aspects of social media. As people are talking about the successes, vets and pet owners are putting up videos. We had one just come to our Spring Health Instagram account, which was just phenomenal. This dog owner had tried everything, 2 surgeries, every product they can imagine the vet tried. And the dog was getting worse and worse and worse. And then one of the vet friends said, you should try this Spring. So they did the injection. She started taking videos at day 3, day 7, day 10. And by day 10, it looked like it never had an issue.
Wow.
And she said, I just have to post it everywhere. And she did. I mean, it was such a moving video to see that lab not being able to move hardly to running like there was no issues in 10 days.
Oh, but the lab must have just been
And
joyous.
we get stories like that. I mean, it was pretty amazing. And and she actually got it injected at a cat clinic, which blew my mind.
Okay.
Because the cat clinic was using our product. It was close to her. And the vet goes, I'm a vet. I can do the injection. So that was a great story.
Okay. Yeah. How powerful that's on social media from an actual customer.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know the conferences and your sales strategy and the clinical trials. Anything else for 2025?
Well, we just announced a new board member. His name is Michael Eldridge. He was CEO and president of Dechra Pharmaceutical North America. So as he said, I was the first employee here, and they ramped it up, I think, to in the U.S., probably around 300 and some employees. And they did over 200 million a year in sales, and that was 200 million pounds.
Okay.
So the conversion is probably 3.5 million in that range of U.S. dollars. So he joined our board of directors. He will be very instrumental in giving us ideas of how to, from the perspective of a manufacturer selling to the vet doctors. So, you know, our other director is Spencer Breitup. He was executive VP of sales of MWI. He built that to $5 billion a year and then joined our board of directors. So now I got the #1 distributor giving us his experience. And then I got Mike, who is they were one of the top companies in the animal health space and selling product in the market. So he had to do it direct while you're dealing with Spencer, who understands what a rep would deal with because they would represent 1,000 products. Mike's sales team was only representing their product. So we kind of have that combination now. We have our own in-house regional sales managers that will be selling direct. Also, they will be working with our distributors because we do have the number 1 and 2 distributors in the world in Covetrus and MWI Animal Health. The two of them combined do about, just in the United States, about 9.5 billion. So we got to make sure that the product we're educating their salespeople so it differentiates.
Yeah. Well, you have been very busy, and best of luck to you as we head to a brand new year. Thanks,
Thank
John.
you, Jane.
Yep.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing secure, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Secure at secure.com.
Sapphire Coffee brings luxury coffee at an affordable price. The company also has created a culture of giving by prioritizing social responsibility and community engagement. And with us is CEO and founder Debbie Cross, who was also recently awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. So congratulations.
Thank
and of course,
you.
my co-host David Fagan here as well. So I know you've kind of following the Paul Newman business model. Explain what that is.
Until 2 days ago, I had no idea that Paul Newman had a similar foundation and did the same thing that my goal is to do, is to give back almost all of the profit after the expenses, to giving back to the communities, to families that is in need. It's a food program that we started about a little over 10 years ago.
Wow.
And my goal is to reach as many families as possible.
Yeah.
Prior to the coffee, I used to do this on my own. And I created a coffee to give me the ability to reach more families.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can see why you got that President's Lifetime Achievement Award, where they recognize people for so many service hours and humanitarian aid. What kind of metrics have you used to kind of gauge the impact and the people that you're helping? What kind of numbers do you have?
Honestly, it's not numbers. I go into communities and I look and I'm there and I do a certain, I bring a certain number of bags of food.
Yeah.
And then I see so many more people and I'm like, it breaks my heart to leave without being able to give everyone a bag.
So you're really quantifying it by the smiles on the faces of the
Yes.
communities. Okay,
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, and the energy that you can feel, right?
Yes.
Why coffee versus another drink or food for the business?
Well, coffee is something that people love. It's the beloved drink of the world. So with that said, it brings people together.
Yeah.
Coffee more so, it brings people together.
Yeah.
It's something that a person will drink about 45,000 cups of coffee in their lifetime. So it's something that people like. I'm able to help the coffee workers at the same time reach the families.
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
I was actually just walking by Times Square not too long ago, and I saw the Sapphire up there on the NASDAQ Jumbotron. I saw the Sapphire Coffee commercial. So you're getting that message out there for sure.
Thank you.
So you say you have coffee. Is this like a plantation in another country? Where is this based out of here?
The coffee is grown in Colombia.
Okay.
And I just recently right now in the process of purchasing a coffee farm.
Oh.
So about 88 acres of all coffee and other plantation, but 90% of it is coffee.
Okay, next time we need to do this there. We need to film this.
Yes.
I would love to. I've never been there. Where can people find Sapphire Coffee?
It is sold at sapphire-coffee.com and also at Amazon.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on your award and best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. PetVivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Heart surgeons are important because they save lives. Los cirujanos cardíacos son importantes porque salvan vidas.
Angeline Pompey found it challenging to learn languages as an adult, so she devised her own system, Learn English Fast, and it's now available to the world so others can learn with the methods that worked for her. The Bilingual Book Company is her creation, and she is here to talk about that today, so welcome.
Thank you.
So I guess take us back to how you created this and why you decided to start the Bilingual Book Company.
Okay, so I originally studied aerospace engineering. I have an aerospace engineering degree. I went on to get my teaching certification, so I have the certification to teach English as a second language. And as a language learner, I found that there was a problem in the way language is being taught today. Right now, I find that there are a lot of teaching methods, but there aren't enough teaching materials to practice a foreign language. So for myself, I was learning Spanish and French. Okay. And I was just simply looking for bilingual books to read so I can practice on a day-to-day basis. And I couldn't find that. So I started to create my own material, which was just line-by-line translation. So in my case, English-Spanish, English-French. And I started to make bilingual books. So it kind of evolved from that. And I went a step further. And I created the bilingual audio. So I have artificial voices, which I use so I can hear an authentic English and Spanish, English, French speaker with the text. So I can follow along with the text with those artificial voices.
So, yeah, and that's important to hear it as well
yes,
as kind of read
exactly.
it.
Because you need to hear the language on a daily basis if you really want to absorb that language and gain fluency.
Sure.
So outside of North America, there is a need and there is, I wouldn't say an urgency, but there's a demand for learning English because English is the international language of business and technology. So we're moving into a bilingual or multilingual world. Countries like the Philippines, for example, truly bilingual country, there's a lot of opportunities for Filipinos to work online. And so a lot of them don't have to leave their culture, their family, you know, just to survive, you know, for financial purposes.
And you're right about English. I remember I was in Turkey and there was a Turkish guy and an Indian guy talking in English. That was how they communicated with each other. And I was like, oh, this is the language that everybody communicates in.
However, I would like to mention though, with that trend evolving, I think North Americans will be at a disadvantage at some point because the best businesses will be formed speaking to locals. And so there's a lot of opportunities missed if you don't speak now a second language. You know, I myself, a lot of my seed audience comes from Mexico. So I went to Mexico and I asked the locals like what their needs are and can they afford my product? My product's $29 for the year. And I asked below average income families, like, would you be able to afford this? And they said yes.
How can people find out more about this and learn more about the program and buy books? Where can they go for that?
Well, they can visit the bilingualbookcompany.com. It has all the information there. And yeah, that's probably your best source.
Okay. Angeline, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Heart surgeons are important because they save lives. Los cirujanos cardíacos son importantes porque salvan vidas.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Okay, I finally got in. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to back over here and turn this camera around just a little bit and let y'all see just from a distance. I have not been in here messing with these at all. I have not watered either one of these. I've got one side that planted in regular Twin Eagle dirt and humus soil mixed in. I've got another side that's planted totally in Twin Eagle dirt. Now, I watered those that was planted in Twin Eagle dirt, but it's been a week. It's been a week. So let's take a look at these, see what we got. Okay, this is nothing short of astonishing right here. These are the 4 plants, and they don't look tremendous, but these are the 4 plants in humus soil right here. Take a look at these plants. They've been in there a week. You can see some little dead out there on the end of that one. They've been in here a week. Nothing but humus soil. There's been no water added to it whatsoever. And you can see what these plants look like.
That's a really nice thing about Sustainable Green Team and its products, that they're chemical free. They're sustainable, and the biologics that we use and how we're restoring what has been broken, we're really in the restoration business.
Right.
So you have a healthy soil, you have healthy plants, healthy animals, healthy people. That sets up for a pretty good successful life, to have healthy lifestyle. And really sustainable.
I'm kind of wondering, Tony, and maybe this is a little far-fetched, but I'm kind of wondering if what we're doing might be putting a little smile on God's heart.
I think so.
I think it might be. These guys here are really hurting. I think I could actually just add humus soil to the top of this. And probably what I'll do is we'll see what happens when I come back. If these guys are still alive, which I think they will be after we add this water right here. You can see that ground is drinking that water big time.
Turn in next week for part 3. We will have more conversations with Jimmy Houston, America's favorite fisherman. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on these social media platforms. America's favorite fisherman, Jimmy Houston, and the Sustainable Green Team are joining forces to tackle environmental issues like carbon loss, dead soils, and the overuse of fertilizers with Waterless Garden. This partnership is revolutionizing the global fertilizer industry, transforming agriculture and enhancing food security for future generations. SGTM and Jimmy Houston, working together for a sustainable future.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing secure, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Secure at secure.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry, along with Alain Guillay, CEO of Secure. Our weekly hack topic is, it's a pretty big one, and it's pretty scary because it affects millions of people, specifically the CIBC, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, and a few other banks and funds made headlines after it was revealed the banks paid millions in fines related to regulatory probes over the use of WhatsApp and other unauthorized messaging platforms by its employees. So this reflects a growing concern across the financial industry about communications and all of the challenges while maintaining compliance in this very fast-paced digital environment we're all in. So Alain, with all that in mind, how could these banks and funds have avoided this situation? And how do you see Secure and your products playing a crucial role in addressing these issues?
What we do have a solution. We have a thing called Secure Messenger, which has an archiving feature, which is critical for FINRA. FINRA is a financial regulatory authority. Companies need to archive at least 7 years their communication, so we offer that. We also have a chat by invite. So if I'm a a stifle manager and I have a wealthy person like you, for example, and I need to communicate, and you're just on your phone, you're used to text and WhatsApp, I can chat with you on Secure Messenger, sending you an invitation, even if you don't have Secure. So we're launching a big enterprise rollout in Q1. We're finishing our enterprise solutions, which will let companies with thousands of users manage their users and permissions. We have a lot of cool features in it. We can even restrict communication to company employees only. And this is how you can get much more compliance.
Well, there you go. It's easy to use and it could save you millions of dollars. Now, speaking of money, I know you have a promo code for our viewers today. What is it?
Yes, I think the banks could use it after paying 118 million bucks. So we're going to give them 15% off. It's called Privacy. And that's for everyone, by the way. We have consumers all the way to enterprise. We also have the same 15% discount offered to all our solution, including email and our VPN. Our email has a similar feature where you can email someone that doesn't have Secure without suffering the business email compromise. It is Cybersecurity Month in October, so we encourage everybody to kind of take a look at their cybersecurity policy and improve it upon it. And obviously, Secure is here to help. So promo code Privacy.
Privacy has arrived for Secure. Thank you so much, Alain.